Ladies and gentlemen, now I know in this video I'm probably going to sound like Black Clover's biggest cheerleader, but I've got so much respect for a team that actually puts a game live, is paying attention to what the issues are, and then is fixing those issues at a very rapid pace. The game has only been live on the Korean and Japanese version for 13 days now, and we got a massive update last week, fixed like PvP stamina, story tickets to a certain extent, and even more so today in this patch. And also on top of that, there were massive changes to how farming stages work and stamina consumption, meaning if you fail a stage, you don't lose stamina. So it became so much more viable in the last week to actually push up and do those stages that maybe you didn't have a high success rate at, but if you could clear them, again, you get amazing gear and rewards. And that was like a game-changing patch, man. That patch was really, really huge, but this one, he's looking absolutely phenomenal as well. And I want to talk about the two biggest things that probably aren't, what others are covering as the big headlines here. But the fact that they're adding in skip tickets already, 13 days into the game, dude, to get like the skip ticket equivalent in like Marvel Contest of Champions, it took like 5 or 6 years, mate. And I know some gacha games, they tend to wait like, what is it, like a year or two, just to make sure that people can kind of like fill the content, fill their time via farming. But the fact that they're already adding in the sweeping system, and you can get clearing tickets via like the daily mission via your hideout salary, and there's also going to be additional things you can turn in for duplicates of like lower rank characters to get skip tickets as well. Now granted, the skip tickets are limited to the XP stage, the Corridor of Memory, which is the like excess story ticket stage to get gems and stuff, and also the patrol stage. This is just going to save a lot of time, I think, especially for the XP stage as well. You need to farm a lot of experience. So again, getting skip tickets this early on, but the thing is, I don't believe these are going to be in the gear dungeon, dude, which is probably where I personally want skip tickets the most, just because I'm trying to farm LR gear. But again, in time, I think it's going to be added to there as well. They're also adding in 3x mode to stages that haven't been cleared. So previously you had to clear a stage before you could add like 3x speed on it. Now you can just do this base. Story tickets, the charging time is down from 4 hours to 3 hours. So not only does this mean that you progress faster in the story, but it also means that once you've got caught up in the story, you can also get more gems per day as well, because you use the excess story tickets in the Corridor of Memory, and you can use them to get like 24 gems here. I think like a very small chance at kind of the gold clovers to rank people up, and also additional resources, the medals, which you can use to buy like upgrade materials for actual character skills. Or you've got like the higher versions as well, which I think have a small chance to drop SRs, and you can break down these like SR magic tomes every, I think it's like week or month or something like that, and you get like a selector for an SSR one. So overall, again, very, very nice change there. One thing as well, dude, that is absolutely massive here is they actually listen to us on the fact that like stage balancing is ridiculous if you go into a lot of the dungeons. Like if you go into the XP one or the gear dungeon specifically, I believe this is referring to the gear dungeon here, because this is where it's probably the most crazy. But to be fair, a lot of the other ones, like, it's a little bit wild on. So it looks like they're actually having a proper balance pass at this, because this is by far like the most unbalanced mode of gameplay. If you watched my video last week on when I was trying to do the first LR gear stage, you'll notice like my army just got one shot if I didn't proc stun, and that's been my experience kind of farming this. So the fact that they're already making tuning changes to that is really, really significant. And on top of that, you're going to be able to get more energy per day to farm stuff, because they're increasing the number of daily purchases in like the R coin shop from 2 times to 4 times. So they've still got a cap on it. Because to be fair, if they did not have a cap on it, dude, I would have like a full LR set right now on every single character. So yeah, that's kind of it's still nice to have the increase. I'm kind of, I guess, glad they're keeping the cap for now. Because yeah, the moment they remove this, dude, I'm getting full LR gear, and I'm going to be unkillable for anybody that is trying to fight me and is free to play. So this is a little bit interesting. So also, again, that's not even like the quote-unquote headline stuff. So we got Chapter 4 coming. There's going to be the new main quest. There's going to be Resident Quest as well. You got patrol stages, you got a base shop. So a whole new chapter means with the patrol stages, there's 2. You're probably going to get, and with all the gems in the story, all the gems and kind of the side stuff when it comes to a new chapter, it's probably about 5 or maybe even 6 multis worth of value coming with a new chapter. So again, you're going to have a lot of additional summons if you're free to play, if you're kind of clearing everything. So yeah, that should be really nice. No doubt some like occasional resources, and also the shop as well should have more stuff to upgrade. What is it? Character skill materials. So overall, again, there's just going to be a lot of rewards to extract from the new chapter coming. And then we got a new banner. So we're having a double banner, dude. I thought they were just going to do Licht on his own banner, but it's going to be a Licht and Fana. I believe that's how you say it. I may be totally incorrect. Banner. So we've got a green unit coming and a blue unit. And they're both attack focused. They're both damage focused units. So I'm really interested to see, the damage output and which one I think is going to be better. Because I think at the moment, the meta is a little bit, in terms of damage, dominated by red units. Like, Yami and Asta. Like, Asta's so good for PvP, dude. He will just instantly one-shot a green unit. So that makes me feel like Licht, maybe a bit trash. Unless he's got a really good, like, defensive base or really high speed and the ability to maybe, like, control characters. Or maybe he's not the one that kind of throws in the control. But, dude... if you pair together, what was like a Fimro and Asta, you can just one-shot the majority of green units very, very quickly. So he's really going to have to be something quite special, I think, to not just get instantly clapped. But I hope I'm really, really wrong, and he's amazing. Because I think, like, his base ability is in the game, and it's just a single target one. And I think there's so much more valuable on units that have, kind of hit everybody with their base ability. And there's only 2 units that do that at the moment, and that's Lotus and Yami. But Fana, I'm really interested to see how she performs. Because again, I think the 2 biggest damage threats at the moment are red units, and she's a blue unit. So again, if she's got huge single target burst, she might be really good, but it depends on her speed and how stuff kind of layers in to the turn ordering. Because, both of these characters could be amazing. They could have some of the best skills in the game. But if they don't have really good speed and they can't get their turn off first or early on in the match, then they are going to get clapped before they have a chance to use it. So yeah, I'm a little bit curious. But maybe like Fana is amazing, and she just claps all the Astas and Yamis. But then we see all these blue teams emerge, and then Licht is the way to deal with Fana. I have absolutely no idea. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to shake up stuff currently happening in PvP at the moment. But yeah, I think the fact that they both appear to be damage focused and they're both on the same banner is a very interesting sign. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to the summons on this. It should be a very, very good time. And then also on top of that, we got Guild Battle. I don't think Guild Battle was actually on the first beta, so I've never seen this mode of gameplay. I assume it's going to work something similar to like Knighthood Wars in 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, where you like place defense waves and then people got to get through them. Something very similar to how Arena is currently in Black Clover. But yeah, I'm very curious to see how that one happens. There's going to be the dice event again, the guild entry requirements for this. Any guild can instantly enter now. It was previously gated at like guild level 2. But they've toned this down as well, so guilds, again, immediately have kind of that gameplay purpose there, which is awesome. And then we've also got this additional change, which means in the subjugation battle, so the big boss battles, where you have to have 8 characters, you can use the same character across the encounter, if that makes sense. So previously, if you had like Yami in phase 2, you couldn't use Yami in phase 1. If you had the red Yami in phase 2, you couldn't place the blue Yami in phase 1. But now you're going to be able to do that. So that's really, really good. It means if you get both Yamis, again, you can make use of them, but you got to split them across the 2 phases there. So yeah, this is going to be increasingly more valuable, as again, I assume like, it's a freaking gacha game, man. There's going to be like 200 versions of Asta and like 200 versions of Yami probably, because they're gonna, you know, sell like freaking hotcakes, mate. So yeah, this is a great change, man. We're just really solid change overall. I'm very happy to see that. And then, yeah, you can use support mages now in Memory Corridor as well, so you can bring in friends mages if you're struggling with some of the farm stages for whatever reason. So yeah, overall, the patch is just great. There's just huge quality of life upgrades. This should make it much easier, in theory, if this does apply to the gear dungeon, to actually start farming UR and LR gear. But we're going to have to see how the damage changes. And how some of this stuff does scale up when it comes to the later, you know, near 200k stages. Because I still haven't been able to beat, like, the near 200k gear one. Or at least I haven't had the patience to do so. Because, yeah, the damage is just ridiculous, mate. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully farming gear with, you know, significantly improved drop rates. I must say, initially, I'm maybe a little bit more excited for Fauna than I am for Licht. But I'm curious to see like how both of these are going to shape up, because again, I don't know their skills, I don't know what they're doing. I'm just kind of like guessing based on, you know, where the meta's at the moment. But yeah, I think it's going to create a lot more, you know, rock paper scissors dynamics in Arena, and the ability to, you know, switch your team up every single match. You know, I want all the characters, mate. I want all the characters. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you did enjoy today's breakdown video of the new patch notes, please do smash that like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you all very much for watching. Take care, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.
You are not subscribed to the whale sin of spending? Who decided that? Subscribe now, or enjoy the bitter taste of regret.